on the News Channel 5 network. This is OpenLine.
Hello everyone, welcome to OpenLine. A very good show tonight. We are talking about an event that honors the victims of murder from all across the state of Tennessee. I have learned a great deal talking to the people who attend this ceremony, A Season to Remember. We've talked about it over several years. We're going to talk about it again tonight. And I just always look forward to this. I'm happy to have with us Tina Fox. She's State Director of Victim Services. Tina, thank you for being with us once again.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
And Trina Scott. Your husband is a victim of crime, was murdered.
Yes.
And you are a past president of Concerns of Police Survivors, right?
Yes.
And so we'll talk about that in a moment, but thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure.
We
Thank you for having me.
So Tina, let's just give the basic information first. What is A Season to Remember? How did it start? What's the purpose of it?
Sure. So first of all, Tennessee's Season to Remember is a tradition. We've been honoring and remembering crime victims and their family members since 2003. It was started by Andrea Conti, former First Lady of the city as well as Tennessee, to remember and to reflect and again to honor those crime victims who have been tragically taken away from family members. And so it will be held on this Thursday, December 6th, at First Baptist Church downtown at 7th and Broadway. We're very excited to have Karen Bobo, the mother of Holly Bobo. This is her very first time publicly speaking to an audience. And so she will be sharing some nuggets of hope to the audience. And we're also pleased to have CeCe Winings, who will be our musical guest. So this is the 16th annual, and we are very excited to be a part of the show and also to have an opportunity to discuss this event this year.
How many people generally come? We're talking about people from all across the state, right? So we're not just Nashville, not just Davidson County, yes. All across the state. How many people come usually?
On an average, we have between 350 and 400. This year was the first year that we mailed out over 2,000 invitations. That's very unfortunate because the numbers are increasing. But we did push out about 2,000 invitations, not just locally in Tennessee, but we do have victims, family members who have relocated to get away from that environment. And so we are hoping to have about 400 to 500 persons on Thursday night.
And they'll be coming from all over.
All over.
They'll be driving, some will be driving quite some distance. And what do you think is the benefit? I mean, why do this, and how does it make a difference, do you think?
Sure. The benefit is it's an event where we remember crime victims' names. We often remember the offenders' names forever and ever, but the innocence of victims and their names will be represented on Thursday night. And so we look forward to calling out each victim's name and hanging an ornament on a wreath so that not just family members there, but persons from across the state can know the importance of what we do and why we do it. The ceremony is about hope. It's about a family reunion. We have persons to come every year and they are reconnected with one another. It's inspiring to some. We have persons who have, and probably will be there for the entire 16 years. We have some who come for the very first time and who commit to coming back year after year simply because they say that it's an environment where people understand what they've gone through.
And this is such a tough time of year. And Trina, how many years have you been coming to this?
It varies. My husband's been gone for 17 years, and I've probably come about 10 of those 17. It's very emotional. It's even after the 17 years, it's very emotional. I was hearing that it started in 2003. I guess I was the first person coming. My husband was killed in 2002, so I was here in 2003. And when I got my invitation, I called and was able to go out and get an ornament for my husband. And I think that was it was like a bittersweet thing, because I wanted everyone to know who he was, and I wanted him to be remembered, not just as a victim, but that as a person. And it was just, then the bitter part is that we had to do that, and we had to go there and put his ornament on the tree.
Absolutely. And I want to talk about what happened to your husband in a moment, but just how do you think it helps you and other crime victims? I think so many of us who haven't experienced that kind of tragedy, we don't know what to do. And we don't know if it's best to just, not say anything sometimes, or say, just the most. How does doing this every year help, if at all? How does it help?
Oh, it does help. It helps towards the healing, and then, out of as many people that come, you know that you're not alone. You know that, might not be the same way, might not be the same type of death or loss, but you are that family because of that loss, and because you are surrounded by other victims and by other families.
And it doesn't help to just not think about it, right? You might as well. It does help to go and be with other people,
yes,
and talk about it, and just put it out there.
I say oftentimes, people always are like, you need to get over it. It's been this long, you need to get over it. But when I'm with the other families, we can talk to each other, because we know that there's never getting over, and we know that things like that. So sometimes the outside doesn't know what we go through. And
what happened to your husband? So you said this was 2002? Mm-hmm. It was 2002?
2002.
And he was a police officer?
Yes.
So what happened?
On June 7th, 2002, he and his rookie, Yamil Baez Santiago, were notified that there was an armed robbery suspect who had just robbed the Fairfield Inn in Clarksville, Tennessee. And his car, through a chase, high-speed chase, his car became the lead vehicle. During that chase and the bad things that happened, my husband was hit by another vehicle where his car crashed and burned, and he and his rookie were killed instantly.
My goodness. Both were killed? Both
were killed instantly.
Wow. And you have joined an organization that helps others who have gone through this, right?
Yes. You instantly become a member of, for law enforcement officers, Concerns of Police Survivors. They showed up at my door, and they were there. It was another family. It was another group. Again, oftentimes people don't understand, but that year, I just wanted to be a part of something. I just wanted to be a part of something and be with some people who knew and understood. And then right after that, I just instantly became president of our chapter for Middle and East Tennessee C.O.P.S, and kind of never stopped for a long time, 12 years.
12 years.
12 years.
And this is called Concerns of Police Survivors Incorporated. Mm-hmm. And 12 years you were part of that.
12 years I was president of the Middle and East Tennessee chapter, yes. And then on top of that, I became national board member of the national C.O.P.S. So I was over a lot of states. So I was there, and it made me feel good to be there for another family, to let them know that you don't have to go through this alone. I'm here 24 hours a day. Just call me and I'm here.
So having a position of that sort of national prominence, are you aware of other states that do something like this, a season to remember? Are you aware of other states that kind of recognize murder victims in this way at this time of year?
I'm aware that there's one, a different type, I think, in Missouri, but they do, because I have friends there, and I think in Illinois, again, friends and family there. We always want to be remembered, or have our loved ones remembered, and I think it just keeps moving along with the honoring and remembering, and this Christmas tree ceremony and the victim advocacy just are there no matter what, and that's a great feeling.
And I want to ask you the same question, Tina. How many other states do this? How unique and unusual is this that we do this?
Tennessee, I believe, leads the way. We are a model state with honoring and remembering crime victims and also providing quality services. I currently serve on an international committee, and they often are asking me how to put systems in place like we have in Tennessee. So there are not a lot of states who are doing what we do, particularly consistently and willingly.
And once before we go to break, one more time, where will this be and when? And can anybody come to this?
It is open to the public. In fact, we encourage others to come to support our brothers and sisters who are going through. It's this Thursday, December 6th. At 5:30, doors will open at 4:30 at the First Baptist Church downtown at 7th and Broadway.
Well, and all right, we're going to take a break. But Trina, I want to talk to you more about your situation and then get the bigger picture again from you, Tina. All right, so we'll take a break. If you want to call in, there's the number 615-737-PLUS. 615-737-7587. Take a break. Be back right after this.